catch up because the internet's having a crap day. You know, all of a sudden you're just in the middle of the porno and then it just stops to buffer. You're just like, damn it.
Yeah, usually leaves a pretty like shitty it's not a very good screenshot up for the most
part. If you're almost finished, then it just pauses. You're just like, God damn it. And you got to call, you're almost ready to call up the internet company. Just be like, what the fuck am I paying you guys to do?
Yeah. I mean, most of the time I'm on my, okay.
Sorry to cut you off there, Tones. We are live. It's TNT episode 47, a little Saturday show on a Tuesday. I'm sick. I'm ill, but it's okay because the Buccaneers beat the New Orleans Saints in the Superdome 48-40. Tones, I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. Not once. Nothing even close. 48 points in the Superdome against Drew Brees.
Yeah, no, I was amazed too. I was watching the Giant game at the time, but I had Red Zone on my computer, and every time I looked down, you guys were just like,
yeah, I thought that was sweet.
Fitzpatrick was just throwing like 40-yard bombs. Like, what the hell's good? I was like, Tom's freaking out right now. He's just having a day.
I couldn't handle it. Like my body just like collapsed into like illness. I woke up with a 102-degree fever. Like I just like could not handle it. It was the first so. Kickoff happens. They go to commercial because they don't show the anthem anymore. I don't know if it's just Sunday Ticket or if it's whatever. It's only on the primetime game. So they just like cut through that. So you just get all your stuff like wound up. There's no drama to watch to see like who's kneeling on my team, like or who's whatever. You just ground up all your stuff. You sit down. And then I saw like the Buccaneers have opted to kick off. I'm like, fuck, no, don't give it to him right away. It's the worst. Who cares about what's going to happen after we get the ball at half? Once we give him the ball, he's just going to start shooting. He's going to start open fire. Tones, Drew Brees scored in about 2.5 minutes on the first drive.
Yeah.
Scored touchdown. I was like, all right. Probably going to get smoked. Next drive, we just fucking answered. And that's just how it went all game. Just whatever Brees did. Fucking Fitzmagic he just matched with bombs.
He matched and more.
And more. It just wouldn't stop. It was just touchdowns galore. My mind was blown. Like every 5 minutes, I'd sit down and just be like, all right, like let's just get something going here. And then you just look deep, throw one fucking far, and Deshaun or Mike, anybody was there.
Yeah.
And then I would just go fucking nuts.
Is this the most you've ever seen the Bucs score?
Oh yeah. It's a franchise record for
was it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's also the 1040th unique score in NFL history. So there's never ever been a game 48-40 before.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is a pretty unique score.
Can I let you in on a little secret about I think something happened? I knew I shouldn't have brought it up on the fucking podcast though. I don't want to ruin the juju, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I already brought it up. Since I was in like 5th grade, quarters, the 1979 quarter has always been the lucky quarter. I have plenty of people who could back me up on that too, because like they bought it when we were in middle school and they would keep 1979 quarters. So I kind of fell out of that tradition. But like I sat down after I got my coffee in the morning. It was just like, all right, now it's like it's really getting here. I'm terrified. So I had like all this change in my pocket. So I kind of like jittered it. And I was like, oh, maybe there's one in here. And there was like 8 quarters in there. So I kind of just started going through them. And I found one. And I literally said to myself out loud, no fucking way. Whoa. So then I texted my friend who knows all about the 1979 quarter. I was just like, I took a picture of it and was like, can you believe this? And he didn't respond, but like I sent it.
I'm sure he could. He was so in disbelief he couldn't respond.
Yeah. And then the game started and we just beat Brees. We blew his doors down. He had like the most Brees game of all time. He was like 31 of 32 for like a 500 yards. Yeah. Perfect game by Brees. We just beat him.
Fitzmagic just out-breezed him.
He did. Did you see when he ran it in?
I didn't see that one though.
He got a snap, like faked the handoff, and then just ran around for 5 yards and was one-on-one with somebody. And he just lowered his shoulder and just like trucked him for a yard and got in. It was the most like heroic thing I've ever seen. Anyway,
do you guys have a quarterback controversy now?
No, it's the only controversy will be is if he keeps it going. And then Jameis will be back for week 4 against the Bears. We'll probably play Fitzmagic that game because we have the bye week after. And then we'll let Jameis kind of get back into it. And if he fucking sucks at practice and decides to start stealing crab legs or whatever, then just have another seat. But no, there's no controversy.
Okay.
How the Giants game, no good. I heard Eric Flowers is the fucking door.
I mean, it was like he was definitely. I mean, it wasn't a good visual because he got 2 penalties in the first 3 plays.
I saw him.
He had a tripping and a holding. But the rest of the game, he was pretty much quiet. I mean, I don't think he was great, but he wasn't like getting penalties. So I guess that's a step up.
No, he wasn't blocking. He wasn't blocking a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm watching these highlights, and oh my god, poor
You know,
Eli.
yeah, I mean, he was going up against Calais Campbell, who's a fucking monster. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, listen, they didn't play good for 3 quarters, and then they finally in the fourth quarter after that Saquon run,
Yeah.
they started. That was like really the only thing. I mean, Beckham had 111 yards, or whatever. So I mean, there was definitely some bright spots, but I mean, to lose it the way we did, we were getting the ball back with like 40, 50 seconds, and we just boofed the punt.
Yeah, that sucked.
Right back. But honestly, like the way we played, we deserved to win the
He wouldn't
game.
have scored, but it would. Yeah.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know he wouldn't have scored. You know,
Yeah.
Eli's Captain Clutch.
Didn't have any timeouts though, and it would have been like on the 10.
Eli
But we'll never know.
Eli has the most fourth quarter drives of anybody ever.
We have more wins than you do, so suck that. We beat the Saints in the Superdome to do that. Bring it on, Philly.
I'll let you have this for now.
Yeah, we beat the Saints. We have the toughest matchup in like the last 20 years. Like the Super Bowl favorite New Orleans Saints in the Dome week 1 with Breeze having vengeance on his mind against everybody else. They just beat up in these lousy Buccaneers, which he did. He scored whenever he wanted to. They only punted like twice, and we only punted once. And that's that was the difference.
I love how people are like, oh yeah, these Saints, they're different Saints. They have a defense now. It's like, no, they just go 48 to
Maybe
the
they do, but nobody gave a shit that game.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know. I mean, we do have an incredible amount of weapons on paper. They just never really worked. And that's what it's supposed to look like on paper with Deshaun Jackson, Mike Evans, and fucking OJ Howard and Cameron Brate and Chris Godwin. Unbelievable. All right. So with that, we got to move on to the classic 4-pack of questions. Go Bucks. All right. So like I just said before, we went into that big tangent on football. Sorry. I guess we knew that was just going to pop. We didn't rehearse that at all, but I couldn't talk about it. But yes, so I was sick. Woke up with 102-degree fever yesterday. I haven't been sick since I had a scarlet fever. I don't know, 10 years ago, more. Oh, but I'll tell you, yesterday was the worst. I forgot what it was like being sick. I'm still like kind of sick, but when it's at its peak, it's the absolute most. It's just very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
you just hate it. You just sit there, you're just like, I hate this, and there's nothing I can do.
The worst is like the sick when you just like feel weak and you can't move and you're just like stuck there and you're sweating, but you're cold somehow. Like
that's what it was.
Yeah, that's the worst. You just
the sports programming is so bad. But the question is, when was the last time you were sick? Because I know you haven't been sick in a while either. We've talked about it.
Last time I was sick was it was around Christmas time of 2015. And it wasn't like the flu or a cold or anything. Me and my buddy went to a Knicks game down at the Garden, and we went to Hooters beforehand, get some food, get some wings, I had the worst food poisoning of my life.
Oh,
after that, like I woke up at like 3, 4 in the morning, and I was literally I had to shit and I had to throw up at the same time. I sat there shitting, like explosive diarrhea, and then just throwing up into a garbage can.
Did you have somebody like rotating you garbage cans?
No, no. I mean, it wasn't like a constant like projectile vomiting, but it was. I mean, more or less, it kind of was. But it was. Yeah, that went on for like an hour, and then I just like laid. I couldn't go back to sleep after that. I just laid on the couch, and then like every half hour, I would just get up and do the same thing.
Yeah,
until like 9 in the morning. And I finally was able to go to sleep after that. But that was...
And you're freezing, but you're sweating.
Yeah.
And you don't know what to put on. I mean, like last night, I was wearing like big, thick socks, sweatpants, and then my Buccaneers pajama pants under those, and then a long sleeve shirt on top of like 2 other layers.
Yeah.
And I had massive comfort over me and then a fan right in my face. And I think I kind of got a good dynamic with all of that. It would get hot for like, I would be good underneath the sheets for like 10 minutes. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to pass out. It's so hot out of nowhere. You get out and you get freezing and then you can't sleep. But I woke up this morning, took a few Advil, started to get through it. Now I think we're okay. So, but yeah, the last time I got sick was when I had scarlet fever. So that's pretty much what happens when you have strep throat and you just pretend like you don't. Because we've talked about this too. Like when you're sick, you just like you're not used to it at all, so you kind of just think it will pass.
Yeah, I don't do doctors.
Yeah, I don't
do a doctor like for a checkup in I don't know 5 years maybe.
Yeah,
I just like they're just medicine men. They don't know what they're talking about. They just They get paid.
My mom is always just like, well, if it doesn't get any better by tomorrow, like just go to a walk-in clinic. I was like, for some reason, Ma, like when you say that way, it just pops into my head like it's somewhere in Guatemala. It just sounds like it's just a really nasty place in a tent with like some vaccines.
I've actually gone to those places before. They're all right, I guess. In case of emergency, needles,
so I don't want to go to a place in a tent. I want to be in a fucking biohazard, like contained place.
No one said anything about needles. I mean, I'm just. Go through a walk-in clinic. I wasn't. What do you think I was getting over there?
Oh, I don't know. I've never been to one. In Guatemala, they're using needles. That's why I said that.
I said my ankle hurt. Why are you sticking me a needle? Shut up.
They just inject you with heroin. This will make it better.
You'll be back. Yeah. That's how they make money.
But yeah, so I just carried on. I just thought I had a very bad sore throat, to be honest. And yeah, like I felt ill, but I had prescription Adderall. So like in the morning I'd be like sick, and then you take that and have a cup of coffee and just like stimulate your body. Your body's able to just really push it off pretty well, pretty successfully. Yeah. I went to Caddy and this and that. And then probably a week and a half after I was like kind of bad, we went to I Play America in Freehold, New Jersey, it just opened up, and it was the largest indoor amusement park at the time. So I was expecting like rides and stuff, but it was just like a big old like Fun Time America where like little kids go. Like all they have is like maybe a go-kart track that's 20 feet, like just big toys. We were like, fuck, all right, we're already here, and there's laser tag, so we could do that. But then we left, and I was driving home, and I was just like, I like am dying. I think I'm dying. I think I'm going to die. Yeah. And then my friends were like, all right, just drop us off. Figure it out. Went home, passed out on the couch. And then like next day I woke up, felt like a little better, but sick, took the Adderall, drank coffee, felt fine, went on for a loop, was doing all right. And then by like the 9th hole, because you're wearing shorts and your collar shirt, there's just red shit rashes all over my legs, all over my fucking arms. Like they just popped out, and I was caddying for a doctor, and he's just like, "Whoa!" Like, you had like an allergic reaction or something? I was like, no, I haven't like eaten any. I just had like a bagel with cream cheese and like a coffee this morning. That's about it. I was gonna get a hot dog at the halfway house now that we're here, if you don't mind. He's like, have you had like illness or strep throat? I was like, I think like I've had a sore throat for like 2 weeks. You fucking have scarlet fever. What happens when you don't go to see a doctor and take antibiotics? It's just like it's even worse and worse. What do you think? It was just gonna go away? I was like, yeah, kind of. But I got some antibiotics. It was fine. A couple days later, we're good.
So does that like? Can you like get strep throat and then just like let it like can it go away, or is it just gonna automatically?
It's a bacteria infection, so it's just gonna spread.
Okay,
unless it decide, I don't know how it would get out of there without leaving like shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe if your body could fight it off, but so like if you have strep throat, like the only natural progression is scarlet fever. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. I mean, if it's strep, like what the definition of strep throat is, that means it's like bad and you need to go get it looked at. So it's like already like covered in bacteria. So it's not like it's basic sore throat. Maybe there's some bacteria and you'll kill it. But once it's like built up like that, it's probably just, you can't do it. And then if you don't take care of it from there, yeah, you get phase 2, which is scarlet fever. I don't know what 3, 4, and 5 are, but I was closer than most men. To say the least. No excuse to die from scarlet fever in 2015 or whatever it was.
Hilarious when you say, yeah, it's scarlet fever. Like I
love telling people like scarlet fever. You think of something from like the 1300s,
right? Yeah, I'm expecting like Charles Dickens to stroll on out or something.
What is that, measles and mumps or something? I was like, no, if you have sore throat and it doesn't go away for a few days, just like go look at it. It's not worth the scarlet fever. It was bad. All right, so question number 2 of the 4-pack. What was the most inappropriate time you ever laughed out loud, bursted out into laughing?
I'm pretty good at this, at avoiding these kinds of situations for the most part. But the one that popped into my head was when I was in high school. One of like the brothers like passed away.
Okay.
And they had like a service like in the auditorium. And somebody just
ripped ass, huh? Yep.
Stories. Like I wasn't the only one laughing, but it's just like, come on, man, we're at this dude's funeral.
That's what people never get about all guys schools, was that farting was king. That really does explain how the show just wraps itself around farts.
It's like anytime there's kind of any kind of assembly, like someone's farting.
It's just real quiet. I like the people who actually had the confidence to just know, like, this is gonna kill. Like, away from the most quiet moment and just rip a fart. Like, that's I don't have anywhere near that kind of confidence.
No, I would like. But like, if you think about it, no one's gonna like find out that it was you unless someone rats.
No,
on it.
because the people who are right at the epicenter are gonna piss their pants. Like, you were probably pretty far away, right?
I mean, I was like medium range. I wasn't like on the other side of the room, but I definitely wasn't right next to him.
Those are the funniest. When it's just like when you're kneeling for like the Eucharist or something, but you're just sitting in a chair and like the priests are kneeling up on the big stage, and then somebody just rips one from like 100 feet away. And it just like it goes throughout, and the whole place catches it. Yeah. I have the same exact fucking story.
Okay.
2 of them that are the same thing. So my first ever detention I ever got, because I was too afraid. Remember the stories I told in the beginning of the podcast? Whenever I would get in trouble, I'd piss myself.
I don't remember that, but okay.
Like my friend's mom who yelled at me when we were wearing dirty clothes and wearing shoes on our new couch. She screamed at me and I pissed myself. And that was when I was like 10. So like I never got into trouble ever because I knew if I got yelled at by the teacher, God forbid the principal, I pissed myself. So I'm a freshman in high school.
Like a scared dog.
Yeah, I'm a scared dog. So I'm like, what are we freshman year? What are we, 15?
14, 15, yeah.
Yeah. So like I said 10 before, like that never went away. Like, so I just stayed out of trouble, but it was fun. I was like, new. It was all dudes, people farts. Like we're just like, that's what it's all about. So we had this teacher who's kind of like, he's got no self-awareness, old guy, just, but people not pick on him, but they just make fun in his class. They felt bad. But in like the first week, these 2 kids made a scene and then he just started freaking out, just throwing books up and down, saying, I can't believe you guys are acting like this in my class, this and that, and screaming. And then this kid in the front row, just like after he just slammed more books down and then just put his hands to his hips, and it was just real quiet for like 3-4 seconds. Ripped the loudest bomb I've ever heard. And nobody laughed, not even the kid who farted. I was 3 desks away, and I like lost it. Like, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And the teacher was just like, "That's it, you have a detention." And I was like, I stopped laughing once he said that. I was terrified.
Did you piss yourself?
This day I'll think about that and laugh. Like, oh man. Yeah, anything farting really.
If I yelled at you now, would you piss yourself?
No, I'm over it now. No, okay. I'm way over that. That stopped after probably this story, because I had to learn. I was like, imagine like I wasn't laughing so hard and I just got screamed at normally, and I just like actually did piss my pants with khakis on in front of all dudes because I'm getting yelled at. Oh boy, you're bitch boy for the rest of your life.
No, the people don't forget that. I mean, there's one girl, I'm not going to say her name on here, but I was like in 2nd grade, and I swear to God, this girl just stood up in the middle of class, and we're Catholic school, so they were in skirts and stuff, and started pissing on the ground.
What?
So
out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere. Didn't say a word. Just stood up. We were in 2nd grade, so I don't know what's it, like 7. Like, yeah, it was still. I mean, like she just stood up and started pissing on the ground. I remember
she was like 15 for a second.
No, it's like 2nd grade. But like you remember that shit.
Yeah,
like, this is like 20 years later, and I still remember exactly who it is.
If a teacher yelled at me, made me piss myself, I think I could have got away with it and said I did it on purpose. I don't know how believable it would have been. Because imagine you're a teacher yelling at a student, and the student just like quivers in fear and just pisses himself. You probably feel like you're screaming at a rape victim or something.
Yeah, it's I mean, then you just look like the bad guy. They could have been the biggest asshole in the world, but you make a kid piss his pants.
I piss my pants to get out of detention.
It's not a bad move. I mean, if you got an extra pair of pants, I mean, why not? Just
because I'll tell you what happens. Because Joe, friend of the program, my older roommate, was also my classmate at this place. He went to sit down and he ripped his entire pants all down the side, and like his pants ripped all the way down to the shoe, and he had to go to like the nurse's office to like, because his pants were falling off and his ass is hanging out, and then like we all saw him and he's in sweatpants for the rest of the day. So like it's such a strict dress code. Like all the kids who didn't know, it's like, why are you wearing sweatpants, Joe? And he had to tell everybody that he ripped his pants going to sit down, and everybody just assumed that it was because he was big. He sat and his pants split, but no, it was like a natural. Could have happened to anybody. Just caught a nail or something on the edge of the seat.
Okay,
yeah,
that kind of happened to me once, but it was on a dress down day. I was wearing jeans in gym class, and we were playing dodgeball. I like bent to go pick up a ball.
What is this, grease? You're running around in gym class in jeans.
I mean, like I didn't think like I heard I had dress down day, so like, I just throw on some jeans, and then I was like, all right, we're playing dodgeball. But yeah, I was walking around in sweats, but it wasn't as bad because it was gym dress down day. But yeah,
well, not to dwell on it, but did I tell you when I accidentally got pissed on my pants in the bathroom during a bathroom break in high school?
I think you did. You said you just splashed a bunch of water on it or something.
Doused myself and just like went in and I was like, sink exploded. So there's nothing I could do. Watch out for the sink in the bathroom over there. That's quick thinking.
Yeah.
Only that one kid saw me. I was like, don't fucking tell anybody about this. All right. So question number 3. What person was so good at whatever they did and other people didn't even come close?
So I had one answer, which was kind of a boring answer. It was General Rommel from World War II. The Desert Fox. I don't think he ever lost an engagement, but that's why I was like, I don't know, just like kind of not a good answer. So I went with Hunter S. Thompson is the best at doing drugs of anybody ever.
Well, he killed himself doing them, so I don't think so.
Well, have you ever heard his daily routine?
He'll wake up and like do drugs and then just play with his guns.
So no, so it's called. All right, so I have it right here. It's written out. 3 p.m. Rise. 3:05. Chivas Regal with the morning papers and Dunhill cigarette. 3:45, cocaine. 3:50.
What time was the cocaine?
3:45. So 45 minutes after he woke up. Yeah, he woke up at 3 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So 3:50, another glass of Chivas and another Dunhill. 4:05, first cup of coffee, Dunhill. 4:15, cocaine. 4:16, orange juice, Dunhill. 4:30, cocaine. 4:54, cocaine. 5:05, cocaine. 5:11.
Okay, we're on a cocaine train. Every 5 minutes, we're going to do cocaine. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Coffee and Dunhills. 5:30, more ice in the Chivas. 5:45, cocaine. 6 p.m., grass to take the edge off. 7:05, Woody Creek Tavern for lunch. He gets a Heineken, 2 margaritas, 2 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries, a plate of tomatoes, coleslaw, a taco salad, double order of onion rings, carrot cake, ice cream, bean fritter, Dunhills, another Heineken, cocaine, and for the ride home, a snow cone.
So like the servers at this place were just like classic, like this guy's whatever.
Exactly what you wanted. Oh, and the snow cone actually just was it was like shaved ice with Chivas Regal on it. So just like an alcoholic snow cone.
Okay.
9 p.m. cocaine, 10 p.m. drops acid, 11 p.m. Cocaine and grass, 11:30 cocaine, midnight Hunter's ready to write, 12:05 to 6 p.m. chartreuse, cocaine, grass, Chivas, coffee, Heineken, clove cigarettes, grapefruit, Dunhills, orange juice, gin. 6 a.m. in the hot tub, champagne, Dove bars, fettuccine Alfredo. 8 a.m. Halcyon, I don't know what that is, and then 8:20 he sleeps. That's a life in the day of Hunter S. Thompson. If you can find someone who's better at doing drugs than him,
well, yeah. Who knows how much longer he was going too? I mean, he died in a freak accident.
Yeah.
Was he like running around in the yard with his gun and then he fell and accidentally shot himself in the face?
I think more or less that's what happened. Yeah.
There was a guy in the band Chicago who had a gun and he was cleaning it out and he was doing the Jonah Hill thing where he's like, bang, bang, ha, whatever. And he's like, relax, it's not loaded.
Blew his head off.
Blew his head off. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. So question number 4. What is your
you didn't give your answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's mine's so boring. That was a good one. I have Jeff Bezos of Amazon. I just like what a product. I like this. I don't like it, and I don't think there ever will be anything like Amazon. It'll just be more Amazon.
Yeah, the Amazon will just have everything.
Yeah, they're my go-to. Oh,
they're great.
And they go grocery shop at Whole Foods. Like they go to Whole Foods for you now. Oh, really? And like it's kind of expensive, and I don't like Whole Foods, but like I'll tell you what, they got good cut. They have great meat over there. Very good meat.
Produce impeccable.
Is it?
I'm guessing.
Yeah, not a produce guy.
The fish is very expensive though.
Yeah, they do that shit that you always talk about, like line caught Alaskan salmon, and you're just like, for some reason, I want to pay a lot more for this right now.
But even like some of the shit that we have the same exact thing, it's like double the price. Like I look at it, I was like, I have the same exact thing in my store, and it's half price.
This fish was work for one man. These other ones just get caught with all these nets. Like
Yeah.
one guy just fought this fish and put it on ice and
Old
brought it
man.
all the way to you. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive, pal. Sorry.
Old man in the sea.
Yeah.
Every
time I
time
hear,
this
like,
fish for like 3 days.
Every time I hear Alaskan salmon and like line caught, I just think of an old man out in like the middle of like the mountains in a lake, just like catching salmon. And he's like, "This one is gonna be good. Whoever gets it." So yeah, Bezos, a lot of money. You know, I don't think anything's ever really gonna be any whatever. Yeah.
I can't argue with that. I mean, I feel like in the next 30 years he'll just become the emperor of the world.
Yeah.
Just run everything. And if everything runs as smoothly as Amazon, I can't say I'm against it.
I was just about to say, yeah.
I mean, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, whatever. Bezos and Bezos we trust.
Bezos 2020.
I mean, maybe I'll throw a little honorable in there. Nobody can play as quick and clean as James Hetfield.
Yeah.
No, it's not true, but it is in a way because I don't know, he's James Hetfield. All right. Question 4 to wrap up the 4-pack. What is your favorite meal to have when you are blackout drunk?
Anything
or just drunk as fuck?
Anything buffalo chicken.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Buffalo chicken pizza, buffalo chicken sub, buffalo chicken cheesesteak, just like buffalo wings, buffalo boneless bites. Just give me a buff chick any day of the week. I'll take it.
It's so good. I mean, like, especially selling hot sauce, like I crave it all day selling that shit. I'm just like Frank's buffalo sauce, and it's like, God, I would love to eat that right now. But yeah, I eat too much buffalo chicken sometimes.
Yeah, get that heartburn.
Especially with your cheese diet, and you put some buffalo sauce on it. Oh, no wonder the fucking 2 bananas and a Sprite won't work because we didn't know about the cheese blockage.
I'm just carpet bombing my stomach on a daily basis.
So when I'm down here and it's like I have money in my account and I could just like really indulge and I'm drunk enough, I'm just like, I'm getting barbecue food. That's it. Barbecue 1000%.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'll get brisket, pulled pork, and sausage, just my go-to. And it's just just have so much meat and then regret the fuck out of it right after. But then it's, it still was delicious. But when I'm home, it's Taco Bell. We have a Taco Bell down there that's right nearby, and there's nothing better because Dante is always my driver because I get trashed, so I can't drive, and he lays easy off it. And then I'm just like, Dante, you think we can go to Taco Bell? And I was like, all right, let's go. But yeah, that's the best. Nothing better than when you get a great meal when you're trashed and you're craving something. You're just like, that hit the fucking spot.
Yeah, Taco Bell, even McDonald's is really good too.
Nuggets.
Just something greasy. You need something greasy is really what it is.
Yep. Baconator.
Ooh.
I'm a big Son of Baconator guy. Not because it's smaller, but because it's more compact. It's just like a good burger. Fits good in the hand.
Doesn't that have does that have like lettuce and tomato and shit on it? Or is it just like,
I asked for none of that. It's the same thing as the Baconator, but it's just like smaller patties.
Because I was gonna say Baconator is just like a rock,
it's a big fucking
lump of meat and cheese.
It's that, but with smaller portions, but it's still huge. Like it's still very huge, and it's just it fits perfectly. Whereas the other one, you feel like you're just like, what am I doing here?
I think I'm getting a Baconator after that.
Get a Son of Baconator. I'm telling you, it's worth it.
No.
Okay.
If I'm driving all the way to Wendy's, I'm getting a fucking Baconator.
Okay, that's fine. I think most people would agree with you. All right. So let's hit a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with Taylor Hicks in our segments. All right. So we had a requested Ask a Gay from Tones. Always interested when I was like, hey, I want to do an Ask a Gay today. I'm like, ooh, something's on his mind. And then it usually turns out to be garbage. But
no, I mean, I think it's a good question. How do I word this? Do guys have daddy issues? Do you ever run into guys with daddy issues? Is that a thing? Because you know what daddy issues are with a girl, right? Yeah.
Well, wait. Oh, like, I don't want you dating my son?
No, not like that. Like, like maybe like for a girl, let's say like her father was never there, so the rest of her life she tries to like get male attention by being slutty.
Oh, so you think that's why a lot of gay people talk like women?
I didn't say that. I was asking. I was asking if there are guys with daddy issues.
I don't know, man. I have parents.
I'm not asking if you have daddy issues.
Well, I don't know. I don't. I mean, do I know anybody? I don't think so. I don't ask about that stuff. Most of the stuff I do takes less than 8 hours. Not even. They're usually in and out. But true. I assume, yeah. But I thought you were getting at like the gay people talk all sassy because they hang out with their mom all the time and there's no dad.
I mean, that's.
I'm still trying to figure out why they talk that way too. I concluded I think it's because they didn't have any male friends when they're growing up, so they had like a pack of chicks around them and they just talk fashion and they're all gossipy and they're just like, hi.
Yeah, no, I mean that's true if you think about it. If you hang around like a certain group of people and let's say they use like a certain like phrase or word, you'll like start saying that shit.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. If you like one of those really like already flamboyant kids growing up, and then once you hit puberty, you want to hang out with girls more than you want dudes. I think that's where that comes from. But the thing is, Tones, I know plenty of people who are in the closet that like were sounding as straight as me when they like come out, and then a couple of years later, they're full on like bought in and just changed their voice, do all this stuff, and I'm like, whoa. Like it sucks, yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know if it's just a case of guys wanting to be chicks or what. But
yeah, maybe like, and this is getting scientific. Maybe there's like some kind of like
chemical imbalance
or like a genetic difference in like their DNA, where like they're more wired to lean towards like the female tendencies.
Yeah,
I'm just like I'm not trying to take shots or anything. I'm just
no. This is why we have this segment. I don't get offended by any of this shit.
Yeah,
I've looked into all this. I mean, like, it's gonna sound offensive, but it's true. It's a chemical imbalance. It makes you different from straight people. It's like there's fluids that go towards one side of the brain more than the other.
Yeah,
and that side is where the sexuality part is. And it's as simple as that. I don't know where the rest of the shit comes from. Like you just like have to act crazy and different now.
Basically, you're just reversing the poles, just like.
Yeah, like look at me. I look at dudes the same exact way that everybody like dude looks at girls, but like I'm the guy who's not on the gay pride parade going nuts, fucking wearing drag. I'll never do that. I'm gonna be sitting on my ass watching football and cranking beers. Like that's just how it goes. But I just have, like you just said, a little switch.
Yeah.
Little oopsie.
Reverse the poles.
Not that big of an oopsie. It's fine. But like, if you say that to a lot of people, they're going to be like, no. Like, all right. Then it's a choice. No, you don't get it. It's not a choice. We just pretty much nailed it right there. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't a good question, but we made it into a good one. I think we all learned something here today. No, I guess it is. I don't know. Probably.
I mean, these are the things that I think about when I'm driving. I was driving to work today, and I was just like, daddy issues. I wonder if it's a gay thing too.
Do a lot of gay people just like their father left at a very young age? Probably. Like, yeah. Okay, let's get to our second segment. So I guess this is another request from Tones. So I guess this is from the same ride home that you just had that question. So what is your literally?
All right. So when you're outside for a while and it's during the summertime, there's a lot of bugs. You're like, oh, I'm getting eaten alive out here.
Yeah.
Like if someone, you said people just sitting there gnawing on you.
I mean, technically you are. I guess it's not that bad. If you let it happen for an extremely long time, it will happen.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, they're actually eating part of you, like your blood or whatever, the mosquitoes. But I was thinking more of like a person just kind of just sitting there gnawing on your leg. Like, hey, get out of here.
You're thinking of Quint from Jaws just getting ripped around by the great white shark.
Yeah, but I don't know why I pictured people doing it though. Like instead of like animals or you could have been animals, like just like a bunch of rabbits and squirrels come up and start gnawing on you or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, when you're out there getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, another way to put it, I'm alive and I'm getting eaten by these things. You can't normally see them because it's dark and you're just like, I don't know if it's all mosquitoes or if it's like a different array.
Yeah. Maybe tick, some Lyme disease thrown in there. You don't know.
Football season just takes care of the bugs. It's another great perk of football, man.
Yeah, you don't have to go outside.
No, you can, but the bugs won't be there. It's great.
Too cold for them. It's true. It's too cold. Yeah,
incredible. I have fat as fuck or anything as fuck. We need to. I think it's at the point where we need to put fuck on the metric scale for weight. like. One fuck is like 222 pounds times one. It's like, so like, right? Fat as fuck. How much is a fuck?
Yeah.
We got
Or what about calling someone a fat fuck?
Yeah,
That's
like
the
I mean,
same thing.
that's like calling somebody in America fat, but like meaning it in kilograms rather than pounds or kilometers. No, kilograms. But yeah, it's it's different. It's like you're saying I'm fat as fuck or I'm hungry as fuck. Fuck must mean a lot. I want to put a number on it.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's got to be some kind of quantifiable measurement.
I think we should do it right now. I think it should be 69 times whatever the one is.
69 times.
So if you want it in kilograms, it's 69 times 1 and you have 69 kilograms. Like
69 times 4.2 megawatts.
Yes.
Divided by.
No, that's too far. No, because we got to stay heavy, whatever it is. Because apparently as fuck is simple. Like you're fat as fuck. He's like, all right. True. What's that? It's times 69 what you are. That's like that's what it is. It's too much.
Whatever it is too much. You fat fuck.
Yeah, and then like I mean, there's so many other ways to use it too. Like long as fuck. Like that's long times 69.
Yeah. It's hard as fuck.
It's over an hour.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay. So that brings us to our third segment, which is a Let There Be What's Good. Stones, why don't you explain to the Bomb Squad today what we're doing?
So I kind of came up with this idea. I thought it'd be a good idea to just pick like random like pop songs kind of and just break them down.
The hits.
The hits. Instead of like having to either give a rap or a rock or because it started out as you had a rap song for me that I hadn't heard. And so instead of trying to find like songs that we haven't heard in our genres, like let's just break down songs.
Sometimes Anthony Bourdain went to McDonald's, doesn't always have to be art. Sometimes,
yeah,
he likes McDonald's.
So with that being said, we're breaking down Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. So I just want do you have anything to say first? Because I got like a whole thing.
I mean, I assessed what the meaning of the song was. I think I got down to the point where she liked this guy, and then he was just like, "Yeah, but you're pretty hot, so like, all right, let's do it." And then he wasn't that interested, and she just tried to she's like, "Let me see your phone. Are you texting other men or women?"
Bigger problems, honey.
And that just goes nuts. And then he's just like, "Well, I don't want to do this anymore." And she's just like, "Listen, I came in like a wrecking ball on your privacy. Okay, that was wrong of me." That's what Miley's saying to the boyfriend. And like I shouldn't have attacked you for like all this stuff. And he's just like, "Listen, I was never that interested anyway." And she's like, "Is it because I came in like a wrecking ball?" And he never answers. She never gives him the chance. It's just her side of the story.
Yeah, that's true.
She's just like, "Listen, I didn't mean to do anything wrong. Didn't mean to come in here like a bitch. But what happened. Sorry. I'm obsessed with you and I'm going to stalk you." That's what I got out of that song.
Okay. Well, it's wrong. This is actually the song is a metaphor, right? It's a metaphor for a Jewish person that was in love with their country, that country being Germany during World War II.
Whoa. Jesus Christ.
So here, yeah.
Okay.
So let's start off with the second and the third stanza, right? "Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie, running for my life. I will always want you." Right? So this person is in Germany around World War II time, right? Jewish person's like, "I love Germany, but like if I'm Jewish, I can't keep living this lie, running for my life. Like I'll always want you, like regardless, but like I can't keep doing this." And then "I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was break me. Yeah, you wrecked me." So basically, this person's like, "I love my country so much. Like I've done everything. I've thrown myself at you, and you're just like, nope, I'm gonna break you. I'm gonna wreck you. I don't want you."
This is one hell of a stretch.
And here's another line. "It slowly turns."
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
"You let me burn, and now we're ashes on the ground."
Oh, is that why? It was that lyric that set you that brought this whole thing? Because none of it before that lyric made any sense. That was the biggest stretch. Then the burning ashes came up. You're like, "Oh, Holocaust."
Yeah. You know, and the last one was, I never meant to start a war, just wanted you to let me in. Like I didn't want World War II to get started. Like I didn't want all these people to die.
I just wanted to live in
just
Germany.
wanted you to accept me for who I was. And you couldn't do that.
That's, oh man. That was aggressive. That was aggressive. The first, most of it was a stretch. It ended nicely though. It made sense at the end though, what you're talking about.
That's why it took so long to get on. I was I was trying to make this make
because none of the lyrics before it. I was like, okay, it's just about a Jewish woman who loves Germany, but now they're Nazis, and she's upset. Okay, like this is pathetic. And
yeah, I mean,
there's ashes and burning, so now it makes more sense. And then they fought a war, and then I guess it made sense. The whole thing was bizarre land, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, even it has little odes, homages to West and East Germany after the war, saying that, like, I just wanted to break your walls, like the Berlin Wall.
Imagine you were like Miley Cyrus heard like this whole thing you're saying, and she was like, he nailed it. Exactly right. Nobody ever got that right before. The entire time I was sitting there thinking about World War II and the Holocaust, specifically Jews who stayed in Germany when Hitler became in power and decided to unleash Nazis. We were in Germany because we loved it.
Hey, listen, great countryside.
I don't think there were any Jews left in Germany by the time he was even close to power.
Awesome shit.
Moved to Poland and he just funneled in that little place. Oh man. Well, you never know. That's why music is art, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So that brings us to our fourth segment, which is a Tones Bones. So you had a bone too?
Yeah. So the reason why we're recording a little bit later than we usually do is about 2:50. I'm at work, right? I'm getting ready to leave. I'm about to walk out, start walking to the front and all that jazz. And I get a call from my store manager. I get paged over the PA system, whatever. So I call him. I'm like, what's up? He's like, listen, I just got an email. The 8-ounce Chilean sea bass portions, item number 57432, is a recall. Got to take them all off the shelves. You gotta wrap them in red shrink wrap, like ASAP. Like you can't sell these things. Fuck. And so with the frozen items, like we have our freezer in the department, and then there's one big freezer where like all the people's frozen shit is. So not only did I have to go into my freezer and take all that shit down, and I did all this without like gloves or a jacket because like I was just trying to get out of there. I was like, I don't want to have to walk to the back, get my shit. So like whatever, I'm just doing it. And I had to go in the big freezer, and like, of course, like there was like 4 pallets scattered around, and they were just like a layer each. Like it wasn't like a full pallet, so it was just like, all right, like
the thin little icy boxes. I know the fish, they fucking slide everywhere like bricks.
I gotta go find this shit now. And I spent like, I didn't get out of it. I was supposed to get out at 3. I didn't get out to like after 3:30. I was like, this motherfucker. I was literally about to leave. I almost left at 2:30 because there was nothing going on. It was so boring.
Yeah.
And then I ended up doing a couple of things, and then I got the call. But yeah, no, it just like I was ready to go, and pulled me back in.
By whoever supplied you. I mean, like, you kind of breezed over the little recall there. Like, whoa, what if you're swamped? You're like, take these fucking things off the shelf. There's a recall. It's like nobody touched it.
I've had that happen before. We had this crab meat that was recalled, and I like snatched it out of someone's hand. I was like,
oh my god, don't buy it. So when I was sick yesterday, I took like complete sick day, like lying on the couch watching like First Take. Hated it. I'm just like,
First Take's the worst.
So, like I've already seen Good Morning Football, and like, and then it just goes immediately into another 3-hour long repeat of just what I just watched, and I'm like, I can't. Like I just did it.
Yeah.
So I'll switch to Sports Center, but that doesn't come on until like 9 or 10 anymore. So I have to go to like the fucking bullshit shows, like fucking Tiki and Tierney and all this and that. But like later, like around, I don't know, 11:30. I just started hearing my my trash can getting rummaged around. Like there's goddamn raccoons in there. And my trash can's right outside the front door, which is like no more than 6 feet away from me. And the window's right there. So I could hear it loud and clear. Just I hear like somebody barreling through my trash can.
Yeah.
I'm like I sat there for like a good 20 minutes and it was still going on. And I'm just like, I got up and I opened the door and I was like, what are you doing? This homeless guy just sitting there with a fucking a shopping cart, and he was just putting cans in there. And he didn't look up at me once, and he's just like, I'm just here for your cans. That's it. I don't want anything else. Like, I'm sorry. And I was just like, all right, I'm sitting still, like, keep it down. And by the way, you hit like the mother load because fucking cans after NFL Sunday, you probably got like, I don't know how much they're worth, but you got about like 65 cans going for you right there.
$10 in cans.
Yeah. So it's fine. Funny story, right? So today, about like 4:30 before you're about to come on, I hear my trash getting rummaged again. I open the door. It's the same guy with the shopping cart. It was empty, and he was just coming to my trash can.
Yeah.
So this is going to start happening.
You know what you should do? You should tell him. You should be like, listen, every Friday, I'll leave a bag off to the side for you. All my cans from the week. Just take it. Just so he's not rummaging through your shit.
Well, it's like Manioc. So like it'd be you pouring all your trash bags right out like on the sidewalk where people have to go around.
No, I know. What I'm saying is like you tell him like Friday night or whatever. You set like a time. Like I'll have a bag right here with a bunch of cans in it. I'll leave it here for you.
Yeah, I don't think he can wait till then. Like once a week, he's gonna get his fix.
But he'll get a lot. He'll get a week's worth.
He could probably. I think he can. I mean, because there's a lot of, it's a big street and like he's just going through cans. He's putting in the work to get cans. This just happens to be a big stop.
Yeah.
You know? And he discovered that. But there's also dog shit in there. Oh, I opened it up before, and because he like got in there and did all the shit with the trash, there's like a billion flies in there. Like when I open it, it's like the plague flies out like right at me and like almost into my house. And it's terrible. I gotta put like mouse traps in there or something like that. I don't know. Like I don't want to call the cops on him. I feel bad. Like I want him to have his cans.
You're putting mouse traps for the whole.
If it's gonna give me any trouble, then like I'm not gonna allow it.
Yeah, you should start leaving like really nasty shit in there.
Well, the thing is, someone's like I'm home working here a lot, so like when I hear it, I'm just gonna open the door like, "Whoa, I tell you about taking cats from my place." Like, get out of here, you rodent! Sweep him off with a broom. Oh man, that's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
like
you have to chase
get your shopping cart and get the hell out of here.
Get off my lawn.
We're taking my cans, pal. Okay. So that brings us to haikus. I haven't done these in a while. It's been a while. All right. So do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. Creeping on a creep. You will never know the truth. Watch the world go round.
That's pretty terrifying. So it sounds like a creep just stalking somebody and like you'll never find him. Right? I mean, that's the only thing that was pretty blatant. Are you okay?
No, creeping on a creep.
Talk to somebody.
Creeping on
Read
a
it back.
creep.
Read it back.
All right. Creeping on a creep. You will never know the truth. Watch the world go round. So he's not just creeping on anybody, he's creeping on another creep.
Another creep. Maybe trying to learn the craft. Maybe I think I think I came in a little too hot there. I thought I assumed it and I didn't. It's either what I said or it's somebody trying to learn from the best. The teacher trying to learn from the master. A creeper trying to learn from the creep.
Yeah. Now, what do you think the whole line about the truth represents? What does that mean to you?
Well, if he finds the creep and learns about it, he'll never. It's more like the creeps are like, I don't know, ninjas. Like he can creep on him and stalk him all he wants, the main creep, but he'll never find his answers. He'll never find out the truth. You know why? Because he's a creeper.
Yeah.
You got to be a creep to get that answer. And the world just keeps going around. So that's a given.
Yeah, that's the only given, that and death and taxes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, because he's creeping on the creep. So I feel like for him to get the truth, he needs to just ask him, like, hey, man, what's like, how do I be a creep?
Yeah.
Like, how do I do it? Like, just go out and ask him. Like, you're not going to find it out from just skulking in the corner like a little bitch.
But creeps are creeps. And sometimes it's best not to engage with them, even if you are a creeper.
Yeah.
You know, people can creep, like as in a verb, like this guy's doing the creeper. But if you are labeled as a creep, you are guilty of being a creep. You've been charged with something like, like you stalking me, you sending me letters with blood that says hello, and then like that's when you're a creep. But this guy's just watching that guy do stuff. Maybe it's the cops, maybe,
Yeah, I mean, because I just realized this, like, I didn't have anything in mind. So I'm breaking this down with you right
Yeah.
now. Like when I wrote it, it never explicitly says that the first person that's creeping is actually a creep.
Right.
So maybe
it's the police.
It could be a police, but I was thinking more vigilante justice.
Ooh.
Creeping on a creep. He knew a creep that was creepy to someone that he knows, that he's close to. Now he's creeping on the creep, but he'll never know the truth. Maybe this person was lying about being creeped on. Maybe this person is spreading slander on the creep. We don't know. We'll never know the truth. And, the world goes round.
World goes round. Exactly. Okay. I think we did a good job there. I think we all learned something on that one. So I have you seen The Ham? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Couple supple breasts.
You definitely have a certain writing style.
Yeah.
There's usually ham. There's usually a couple
syllables.
Of breasts. Yeah. So let's start. Let's read it to me back one more time. So,
have you seen The Ham? I didn't emphasize the question mark the first time. Sorry.
Okay. Have you seen The Ham?
Have you seen The Ham? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Couple supple breasts.
Okay. I think Rudolph stole your ham because he had a date with a couple supple breasts. Like he had a little lady friend.
So he brought ham.
He brought. I mean, they're reindeer. They don't like.
Imagine going on a fuck date and you're just like, "Hey, I brought ham."
I mean, these are reindeer. This isn't like you're not gonna bring her like a fucking diamond necklace. Like you're reindeer. Here, I just brought ham. Like it was in my mouth, but you could have it now. I don't know.
Maybe Rudolph, it's a long day's work. Like maybe Santa like threw in like a little extra for him, and then you can go bring it then. Instead, he brought a ham. My ham.
Santa's like, oh, Tom won't mind. Just borrow his ham.
It's cool. We'll get him a new one next year.
Oh, how about this?
Look, a ham. Imagine unwrapping a ham.
It's the same ham from last year. There's a couple bite marks taken out of it. Smells.
So you think Rudolph stole the ham?
No, I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe one Christmas Eve, the cookies weren't enough for Santa, so he grabbed the ham. He gave it to Rudolph after he had some. He had some first. He was like, "I can't finish this here." Chucked it to Rudolph, and then while they were like sitting on the roof eating the ham, the mom in the house ran outside. She's like, "Hey, you stole my ham." And she was like so upset that she just ran out without like a shirt or like a robe.
She ran out, boobs ablazing.
And Santa and Rudolph just Santa and Rudolph just high five and fly away. Like that was a couple simple breasts.
The ham, booch. They just fly away. Oh man,
how about those hams?
That's a good one. Okay. All right. So we got to move on to our final segment here, which is Bible talk. So we had to do Genesis chapter 2, which is a classic, another classic. So basically, God, he's all done. We're all set.
Yeah.
Finished up.
A little break.
Yep. He took a break, 7th day. Like, woof. That took a while. And then once his break is over, he creates man, aka Adam, first. So Tones, do you think feminists, like if they read this back, would be like, this is a problem? God just going ahead and creating a man right away?
You have mice over there or something? What's going on?
No, it's fucking Jambalaya playing with the goddamn squeak toy.
Chubby.
I'm gonna go fucking get it. I'm getting it.
Go get it. BRB.
Go to commercial. I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you. You know that? Not really, but fucking mentally. See this mouse? I'm gonna fucking trash it. Grow up, fucking idiot. This is why nobody likes cats. This is why everybody gets a dog. Even though cats are way easier, it's because you guys are little pieces of shit. That's why. Idiot. All right, where was I?
Okay. Bible talk.
The mouse, it will no longer be a problem.
Would you throw it out the window?
No, I put it up on a shelf so she can't get it. Okay, so he created man. All right, first.
Yes. I mean,
Well,
listen.
that's sexist.
I mean, I don't think they have a gripe here because according to this, if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be around because you were made from our ribs.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
I misinterpreted that. I thought God ripped his own rib out and like made her,
Oh
but
no,
no.
oh no.
Oh,
That's why if you look at Mother,
that explains the wage gap.
there's a, there's a one scene in Mother where like Ed Harris is sick and he's throwing up and he's got the gash in his back.
Yeah.
That was when he made Eve. The next morning, the wife came in because he ripped the rib out and he made Eve.
Oh, yeah. The movie sucked, Tones. All right.
I'm not gonna let this go.
The book is better than the movie. All right. That's all I had to say to that.
Anyway.
Um,
No, I mean I had a couple of things written down. So I mean go to line 7.
I don't have it open in front of me, but I think I have
For those reading along at home, go to line 7. And he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Kind of a weird move. Like when you're a god and you could like bring anything to life any way you want, to go mouth to nose with this guy and just breathe into his nostrils, kind of a weird move.
Let me stop you there. We're created in God's image. God is just like us, but like he's God. So he's probably just like using the tools that we have. He happens to be him, mother, the Bible. It's the Lord.
But when have you ever seen someone give mouth to nose resuscitation? It's mouth to mouth.
I don't know.
Like
doesn't matter. He's doing it. It must be right.
Yeah, maybe we're doing it wrong. I don't know.
Maybe it's easy. You get the circular more. It's got like a nice angle to shoot back down. You know,
that's true. I mean, the only thing is some things come out of there sometimes, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, that's true. What else you got?
This is not really much to this, but line 11 when he makes like the rivers in Eden. The name of the first river is Paisan.
Remember that.
I like that.
Did you look up a definition of what that like? Is there like a Latin definition to that?
I mean that's just the name of it. Like all of them had weird names. Like
if it's biblical, it's got to mean something. That's worth looking up here.
Paisan. I don't know. I just kind of took it for what it was. I didn't want to
say Paisan. It means not really only a fucking biblical word. No, yeah, it's just the river.
Yeah.
No definition.
And then another thing, a couple lines later, line 13, and the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. Now, if Ethiopia was around this long, I mean, he must have like if this was one of the first things, he must have like it's kind of like when a kid has a toy and he gets bored with it, just kind of throws it to the side. Like, he's really let it go to shit the last couple of years.
Well, with Pangea, right? Wasn't it all one place? But like, I don't know. Like, see, the Bible failed to address the dinosaurs. That's where I have a big problem.
They didn't address the dinosaurs. They didn't address Pangea.
Like, if it's Pangea, Ethiopia is probably like right in the middle of it. So that would like make sense. He just drops it right there. Right. You know, Ethiopia is just a desert. Like, you know, no gardens there. But I guess there probably was because he made them.
Maybe it's still in there. It's just like you got to find it.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know.
And then everything split up, and like Ethiopia became a shithole. No offense, but like it kind of is. And like you know, it's what happens over time. And you know, Eve came along, kind of fucked that place up anyway. Maybe God wanted to just make it. Don't go to this place, fucking lady over here ruined it.
Just scorched earth. Just get rid of it.
Start over. Delete. New game. Then I have so the tree of knowledge and wait. Okay, yeah. So the feminist thing again. So he creates Adam first. And then you would think that he creates Eve next. No. He creates the trees first. He creates everything else first. Fucking animals came first.
Yeah.
Your Paisan rivers came first. Everything.
Cattle, fowl, whales. Whales were in there probably. The funny thing is like God made all these animals to be like companions to man.
Yeah.
And he was
not
like,
women.
He was like, no, this won't work. So that kind of leads me to the question, like, you think man or like Adam like tried to like get it on with the animals like see like not this isn't compatible. I need
Well,
something
yeah,
that works.
yeah, that was the thing. Like, and the Lord said, like, it is not good that the man should be alone. So I was like, all right, so I guess he's gonna give him the wife now. And
Yeah.
then he's just like, I will make him meet him. Eve, right? No, he cheated every single animal first, all the fowl and everything. And then, yeah, maybe he tried to have sex with him because he said, like, this won't work. And then he ripped off one of his ribs. Brutal.
Yeah.
But God was a big pain guy. Like, you need to learn.
God is an abusive father.
One day this will make sense. And then the chapter ends. They were both naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed.
Yeah.
Just stand there naked, probably fit. Like, just like, ooh.
So I have one more thing I want to just mention. Line 17. But of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt
surely die.
Yeah. Like, this is something you tell your kid, like don't touch that. That's dangerous.
Don't touch don't touch the gun. Don't touch the safe. Like,
yeah,
that's
like you touch that, you will die.
Yeah.
They're just super over dramatic.
I guess what? I guess we'll find out in the next chapter. But Eve got screwed here because he said you cannot eat from there in like line 17. This is like six verses before she wasn't made.
She wasn't here for that.
Yeah, she wasn't. She missed that. She missed that whole thing. So
Yeah.
she was probably just like, "Woo, an apple." Satan probably had like the easiest sales job of all time.
Yeah, it lay down by her.
I can't wait to get to what Satan. Like, I don't get why Satan exists. Like, there was like a virus in the computer or something like that. I don't know.
No, he's a fallen angel. Him and God had a little falling out. He disagreed.
I can't wait to read about it.
Yeah,
I want to see if they detail it or what. Like, it was like over like a game of bridge or something. I don't know.
They just have a whole like chapter of he said, she said.
Take your fiddle and shove it up your ass. Fuck you, God. All right, that's the end of the show. Good show. Good soup. All right, feeling a little bit better too. That show helped a lot. So you got any post-show thoughts there, Tones?
No, I mean, I guess this was like a chicken noodle for the soul, kind of one of those, those things. Like, this podcast is chicken noodle for the
one of those little books.
Yeah.
Chicken noodle soup for the soul. And it was like little adult versions of Tuesdays with Maury. Your mom would read every day.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is.
I forgot about those. This is a throwback. All right. We'll talk to you next time. Bomb Squad. Have a good one. Let's go, Bucks.